Everyone says build multiple streams of income, but most of us don't really know how or where to begin. How do you start when you're busy? When your main job already drains your energy? And when you're not even sure what multiple income streams actually look like in real life? Hi, if we haven't met yet, my name is Marnith. I'm a registered nurse, wellness and personal growth coach, and investor. I walked away from my career at the age of 40, not because I hit $1 million, but because I planned and prepared for early retirement. For me, it started with one simple goal. I want options. Not just more money, but options. Because if there's one thing I've learned on my journey to retiring at 40, is this. Relying on one source of income is the riskiest financial move you can make. So today, I'm going to share how I built multiple income streams while I still work full-time as a nurse, and how those streams helped me decide my early retirement. Before we get into strategies, I want to start with something personal. Before I ever built wealth, I built discipline. I've always been a money saver, even as a kid. I would not spend all my lunch money. I'd put away a portion of it. Even my Christmas and birthday money, I had always kept and saved it. At a very young age, I had not run out of money in my wallet. I also have always thought of how to multiply my money. When I was in grade school, I sold candies to my classmates. In high school, I made jewelry out of beads and sold them to friends. It wasn't that I made a lot. I just learned how to make a little stretch and how to make it flow back in. I guess I've always had that business thinker mindset, even before I knew the word entrepreneur. So when I became a nurse, I didn't just see my paycheck as income. I saw it as capital, a tool to build something bigger. Then fast forward years later, I was working in nursing management. Don't get me wrong, I loved my career, but I was exhausted. The paycheck was great, but the stress, working long hours, managing teams, putting out fires, always running on caffeine and adrenaline. One night after a chaotic day, I started asking myself, if my paycheck stopped tomorrow, what will happen? That question changed everything. Because wealth isn't about how much you earn. It's about how secure you are when things fall apart. I didn't want to depend on one paycheck. One paycheck that could vanish with one decision I didn't make. So I decided I'd start building income that flows, even when I don't clock in. And that's exactly what I did, one stream at a time. Multiple income streams don't start with money. They start with mindset. I had to stop thinking like an employee and start thinking like an architect. Employees earn from effort. Architects build systems. So I asked myself, what skills do I already have that people would pay for? What assets can I create that earn even when I'm not working? How can I make money work harder than I do? Once I started thinking that way, I stopped chasing income and started designing it. The first stream of income I built wasn't new. It was just a smarter version of what I was already doing. As a nurse, I transitioned into consulting and contract work. That one shift gave me more control, flexibility, and better pay. My first lesson? Your first extra income stream doesn't have to be something new. It just has to be something you own. If you can take your professional skills and use them outside the traditional setup, that's the first step toward freedom. The second stream came from something simple but powerful: interest income. I moved my savings into a high-yield savings account. And though the difference looked small at first, over time it added up to thousands in passive interest. It wasn't fast money, but it was quiet, steady, and consistent. And it reminded me that not all growth needs to be dramatic. Sometimes slow money is smart money. Next came investing. I doubled down on gold. Then I started looking into stocks and index funds. Nothing fancy, just disciplined, long-term investing. Every paycheck I paid myself first, and I never touched that money. Because wealth isn't built from big risks. It's built from consistent habits. Wealth grows quietly year after year when you stay consistent. Then came tangible assets. I invested in pre-selling condos abroad. The price is very low when it's not built yet. Then after 2 to 3 years, the price automatically goes up after construction is finished. You can either rent it out to pay the mortgage while you build your equity, or you can flip and sell it at double the original price. I also bought small farmland and modest parcels of land abroad. The farm produces crops and the land value continues to rise. Every little piece of property, every harvested crop, that's income growing from the ground up. You don't need millions to start. Start with something you can grow. Because when you plant seeds in different places, something's always growing. Now let's talk about the side hustle I do occasionally. Day trading. I don't do it full time, but I've learned how to be smart about it. I'll pick one stock that is stable. My favorite is Costco. I observe its rhythm. I'll study its patterns, follow company news, and watch the dips. When it drops, I'll buy. When it climbs back up, usually in a few days or a week, I sell. On average, I make anywhere from $300 to $800 per trade. Let's say $800 every week times 4, that's $3,200 in a month. It's not guaranteed income though, but it's calculated, disciplined, and backed by observation. And that's the key. Trade with logic, not emotion. Another side hustle I love and still do from time to time as an outlet or stress relief is refinishing solid wood furniture. I'll find old or nearly free pieces on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, or OfferUp, sometimes an estate sale. I buff them, refinish them, and give them a new life. Then I sell them for a profit, usually between $100 to $200 per piece. It's hands-on, creative, and incredibly satisfying for me. Because sometimes wealth isn't just made through numbers. It's made through effort and artistry. When I look back, every stream had its own personality. Consulting gave me freedom. Savings gave me stability. Investments gave me growth. Land gave me security. Day trading gave me excitement and flexibility. Furniture flipping gave me creativity and fun. Each stream started small, but together they built a foundation strong enough for me to retire at 40 with both peace and purpose. If there's one lesson I want you to take away, it's this. You don't need 10 income streams. You just need a few intentional ones. Ones that fit your life, your interests, and your energy. Start with what you already know. Build with what you have, and grow from where you are. Because multiple income streams aren't about chasing. They're about choosing peace over pressure. That's the quiet truth behind financial freedom. If this video inspired you or gave you something to think about, hit that like button so I know that I should make more topics like this. And subscribe for more videos about money, mindset, and life beyond the 9 to 5. Because true freedom isn't about quitting work. It's about creating choices. And remember, the right mindset changes everything. See you next time.